In this video, we will be multiplying, dividing, adding, and subtracting fractions. We're going to start with multiplying. When we multiply two fractions together, we do the top times the top and the bottom times the bottom, and then we simplify. So in this first one, I have a negative times a negative, so it's going to be positive. If I do the top times the top, I get 2 times 9 is 18, and the bottom times the bottom, 3 times 4 is 12. And then I need to reduce. So I divide them, both numbers, by their greatest common divisor, which would be 6, and we get 3 over 2. And that number is an improper fraction. You can leave it like that, that's fine. Or if you want to write it as a mixed number, 1 and 1/2 is also fine. Now, there's a trick with multiplying fractions that can simplify your numbers ahead of time and you don't have to reduce at the end. It's called canceling. If you have a number on the top and another number on the bottom that have a common factor, you can divide those numbers by their common factor ahead of time, and that will give you smaller numbers. So looking at that 2 and the 4, they have a common factor. I can divide them both by 2, so I'm going to do that, and this becomes a 1 and that becomes a 2. And then looking at the 3 and the 9, one on the top, one on the bottom, they don't have to be in the same fraction, obviously. We can divide them by their common factor, and 3 divided by 3 will be 1, 9 divided by 3 will be 3. And now we can just multiply 1 times 3 and 1 times 2. So we get 3 on the top and 2 on the bottom, and that's already simplified. So I recommend trying that trick. In the second one, we have two mixed numbers, and since we do top times top, bottom times bottom, those mixed numbers are not in the right form. We got to change them to improper fractions. So I'm going to start by changing them to improper fractions. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14 over 5. And 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 4. And then again, I'm going to check to see if I can cancel before I multiply. And those 5s can both be divided by 5, so I'll get a 1 and a 1. And then 14 and 4 can both be divided by 2, so they'll become 7 and 2. And then I do the top times the top. 7 times 1 is 7. Bottom times bottom. 1 times 2 is 2. And we get 7 over 2. Or if you change it to a mixed number, that would be 3.5. Either answer is fine. Now we're going to divide fractions, and we do that by multiplying by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So you always keep the first one the same, and then the second one gets flipped. So the D goes up, the C goes down. We take the reciprocal of the second fraction, and it becomes D over C. And then you just change it to multiplication and do top times top, bottom times bottom, just like we do when we multiply. So in this first example, the fraction on the top is going to stay 5 over 4. I never changed the first fraction. Then I change it to multiplication, and I take the reciprocal of that second fraction. So the 8 goes up to the top, the 3 goes down to the bottom. And now that it's a multiplication problem, I can check for canceling. The 4 and the 8 can both be divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. The 5 and the 3 can't be simplified together, so that's as much as I can simplify ahead of time. And then I do 5 times 2 is 10, 1 times 3 is 3, and 10 over 3, or 3 1/3, would be our answer. And this next one, just like with multiplying when we had mixed numbers, we changed them to improper fractions, we're going to do the same. So 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7 over 4. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 5 is 21 over 8. And now it's still division because I didn't take the reciprocal of the second fraction yet. So I keep the first one the same, change it to multiplication, and I flip the second fraction. So the 8 goes up, the 21 goes down. And now that it's multiplication, I'm going to try and do some canceling. The 7 and 21 can both be divided by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 21 divided by 7 is 3. And the 4 and the 8 can be divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And then top times top, 1 times 2 is 2. Bottom times bottom, 1 times 3 is 3. We get 2/3. Now we're going to add and subtract rational numbers, and to do that we need common denominators. To get common denominators, we have to find the least common multiple of the two denominators. In 3a, we actually already have common denominators because the denominators are the same in both fractions. So we can just go ahead and add those together. We add the tops and we keep the bottom the same. So I do 2 plus 1, which is 3 on the top, and the bottom stays a 5. Now in the second one, I don't have common denominators because one denominator is 18, the other is 9. So I have to find the least common multiple of 18 and 9. And their least common multiple is 18. So I want both fractions to have 18s in the bottom. So I'm going to rewrite it with two fractions that have 18 in the bottom. The first fraction already has 18 in the bottom, so I'm just going to bring down that 13. The second one has a 9 in the bottom, so I need to think of what I have to multiply 9 by to get 18. And I would do 9 times 2 to get 18. So I do 2 times 2 on the top, and I get 4 over 18. And now that I have common denominators, I subtract the numerators. 13 minus 4 is 9, and keep the denominator the same, 18. And then that can be reduced. Both of those can be divided by 9, giving us 1/2. And in this last example, there are different ways to do this, but let's stick with what we've been doing where we change mixed numbers to improper fractions. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 1 is 37 over 9. And 2 times 6 is 12, plus 5 is 17 over 6. And now I need the least common multiple of 9 and 6, which is 18. So again, I need 18s in the bottom of each fraction. Now the first fraction needs to be multiplied by 2 to get me to 18, so I do the same to the top, and that would be 74 over 18. And then the second one needs to be multiplied by 3 to give me 18, so I do 17 times 3 also, which is 51. And then I subtract the tops. 74 minus 51